it's glad to be back. I would like to welcome you to your reading for this full moon in Pisces. So we're going to do things a little bit differently. I have different cards, different decks, as you can tell. All the decks are in English this time, so I hope you will be able to relate better to them. We are going to start with the overall energy, and then we will go into your own personal energy and what you're feeling during this full moon. Then we will talk about what we need to let go of during this moon. Then we will go with what challenges will we face, what blessings are we gonna encounter, and then what are the messages of the universe, and then we'll finish off with a few different kind of messages or advice cards. So let's get going here. So over here, that energy, let's see here, there we go, is the energy of the harvest. As the waves of the ocean are infinite and the trees of the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. So I feel like, you know, everyone is talking about the full moon in Pisces as being full of emotions. I feel that, yes, it is going to be full of emotions, but there's also a lot of rewards that can be happening. All the things that you've been working on that can finally come ripe and are ready to be harvested. So whatever hard work you've put into for this last how many months, how many weeks, whatever you've done, now is the time to go ahead and cash in on it. Now is the time to go ahead and enjoy the fruit of your hard work. So who am I in this full moon? So a few different cards here that we have going on. It's telling you that you need to set your intentions with heart and soul. So it's asking you to be true to yourself. It's asking you to dig into your own personal intuition. Maybe your even your inner child. It's telling you to be true to yourself. It's also telling you to surrender. So surrender to whatever you're fighting yourself on right now. We all have our demons, we all have our things that we're struggling with, and we're trying to win. Sometimes it's better to just surrender to the universe, and let's see what kind of work it can do for you. You are the goddess of healing. So it's talking about, look at those three cards. It's talking about surrender over here. It's talking about healing over here. And it's telling you to set your intentions with heart and soul. Once you do this, surrender and healing will follow. And then it's telling you, go ahead and write a gratitude list as well. Be grateful for everything that you have as you enter this full moon. You've been blessed, you've been given with so much. I agree, some more than others. However, we all have things to be thankful for. And writing a gratitude list sometime can be helpful to realize how much we have to be thankful for. All right, so let's move on to what excuse me, what do I need to let go of? Well, the first card over here, right here, it's telling you to receive, you must release. What can you let go of? What do you want to receive? So it's kind of an open-ended question here. What exactly do you want to receive? And in order for you to receive this, there are some things you are going to have to let go. It's telling you over here, forgiveness will set you free. What do you need to forgive yourself for? So we all have those things that we're feeling guilty of, or that we're feeling that we can't forgive ourselves, because if we forgive, we're not putting as much pressure on ourselves, or it's losing importance. And that's not true. We need to go ahead and be able to forgive in order to move on, in order to live our life, in order to love others. We need to be able to love ourselves in order to love others better. So go ahead and figure out what you need to let go, and go ahead and figure out what you need to forgive. And the last card over here, which is a beautiful card, it's talking about anxiety. Anxiety is in trying to limit you, but free you from a situation that no longer feels good. What is your discomfort trying to free you from? There again, all those three are connected, right? Forgiveness, releasing, and anxiety. I think once we let go of the anxiety, then we can release, and then we can move on to forgiveness. Sometimes we tend to forget that anxiety, about 1% of what we worry about will actually happen. 99% of the rest we worry about for no reason. And I struggle myself with anxiety like a lot of other people. And I remind myself often that 1% of what I actually worry about will come to fruition. So go ahead and remember to free yourself from that anxiety, so that you can move on to releasing, so that you can move on to forgiving yourself, so that you can move on to living the life that the universe has set for you. All right, pretty good message. Now, what challenges will you face? Well, it's asking you to unleash your creativity. So maybe the challenge is that you are going to have to come through on some project, and you are going to need to let go of that, or unleash that creativity in order to bring that project to fruition. Maybe it's asking you to not be as rigid, and to be creative in your mind and in your life, to see things differently, to problem solve and be creative that way. It's also asking you to pay attention to signs. So the universe often sends us some signs, and we tend to not see those signs, or we tend to not pay attention to those signs, or we tend to clearly not want to pay attention to those signs. Well, it's telling you here, your challenge is going to be just that. Pay attention to those signs. Pay attention to, you know, whatever the universe is sending you, that you're like, I wonder if that means something. If you're wondering that question, it definitely does mean something. And then it's telling you to be careful to self-sabotage. Now, that self-sabotage is something that we do quite often also in conjunction with anxiety. Anxiety sometimes leads us to self-sabotage. Poor self-esteem leads us to self-sabotage. So be paying attention to all those signs. You have a bright future ahead of you. The universe wants you to be successful. The universe wants you to be happy. The universe wants you to live the life that you're supposed to be living, but you also won't be able to do that if you self-sabotage yourself. So pay attention to those. All right, over here, what blessings will come to me? Well, the first blessing is happiness. Cross the bridge of happiness. It leads over the depths of your emotions. So definitely, again, I truly believe that this in this full moon, the universe wants you to send you blessings. Sends you blessings of happiness. Go ahead and take that leap of faith. Go ahead and make that step. Make that phone call. And see where it leads you. See if it gets you one step closer to happiness. Again, success and happiness is coming your way. Enjoy and celebrate life. So really what the cards are telling you here is that it has lots of good things in store for you. Lots of good things in store for you, and that you should go ahead and sit back and work at enjoying those rewards and really cashing in on all that hard work that you've paid off, that is paying off, and just enjoy life and enjoy the happiness that you're getting. And then finally, the last one, it's telling you it is a time for change. Do not wait and put off decisions any longer. So maybe in this full moon, it's telling you that you have decisions that you need to take in order to be happy. That you have to make those, that you've maybe sat on some decisions and that you were not feeling like you could make the decision. But now is the time. The cards are saying that now is the time for you to make those decisions, whatever they are. And to stop procrastinating and take that step in order to go toward that happiness. And finally, what messages does the universe have for us in this full moon? It's telling you to follow your gut instincts. Of course it is, because you have intuition, because you can go ahead and trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You know what is best for you. You know what you need to do in order to make your life go the way you want. And have self-confidence, have strong self-esteem. Follow your gut instinct. You can go ahead and trust them. So that's the first message the universe is telling you. The second message is telling you, you have a will. You have a strong will. Express it. You have self-control. You know in what directions you need to go. You are assertive. Go ahead and express all that. Don't sit in the back bench and wait for people to make decisions for you. Go ahead and take control of your life. Go ahead and express how you feel. You're not feeling happy about something? Now is the time to do it. Express it. Express it in a nice way, but express it nonetheless. And finally, well, there you go, self-esteem. Didn't we just talk about self-esteem right here with the lion, with the gut instinct? So you have that self-confidence, you have that self-love, you have that self-worth, you have that pride. You have all the tools that you need in order to face that new full moon. You have what it takes in order to make your life a success. You truly do. Now, I have set a few little advice cards, especially for you, and we're going to read them. And I hope that it's just going to give you something more to think about, something to ponder a little bit, and maybe act on. And if it doesn't speak to you, then that's fine. Just let it go. Just like this entire reading, of course, you only take what resonates. What doesn't, you just leave. I'm not forcing, my thoughts on, my reading on anyone. You just go ahead and then, it's there for you to enjoy, really. So, all right. So the first one is, well, there you go. I have choices. You have choices, my friend. I don't have to be stuck in something that no longer fits. I have choices, always. It's telling you that you have choices. You have choices. There you go. Trust. It's a card. I set my intention and trust in my abilities to improve my circumstances. Well, isn't that what we just talked about, my friends? We just talked about taking our life back in our hands and using our self-worth and using our self-esteem and using all of the tools that we have in order to take our life back. So go ahead and trust in your abilities to really make a difference in your life. The other card is emotion. Emotions. I am a human being that has emotions. Feelings is a part of life, and negative emotions that I encounter are welcome. However, I will simply acknowledge them and let them pass. I will not hold on to those thoughts, but intentionally release them as they come. So, didn't we talk about releasing over here? So maybe you need to release those negative emotions. Maybe that's what you need to release. You need to release those negative emotions, let them go, and release them as they come and let them pass, and not hold on to them, those thoughts. Don't keep them in your head. And then finally, speechless. When you cannot find your own words to express how you feel, find an alternative way to communicate. What you have to say is important for others to hear. Keep in mind that whatever you have to say is important for other people to hear. So find a way to express those thoughts, those emotions. And if you can't express it with the words, maybe draw a picture, write a letter, sing a song. Whatever you need to do, do it. But express those feelings, express those thoughts. You matter. And that's really what I want to leave you with today. As we are going into this full moon, is I want to tell you that you matter. So, friends, it was great to see you again. I will see you soon. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye.